Today is May 23rd, 2021, and this is your daily Half-Life 3 update. There is no news about Half-Life 3. Yesterday, I asked you guys a question to see if you could figure it out, guess correctly. The question was, what was the longest movie I've ever seen? I had a couple guesses in there, a couple movies that I've never heard of. Maybe I'll check them out if they're super long. I saw the Snyder Cut. I believe that only comes into like 4 hours and 2 minutes, so that is pretty long. But that's not the answer. Maybe. I also saw someone say Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, which is interesting because you had the thought to go to Two Towers, but that's not even the longest of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like, Return of the King is longer than Two Towers. I mean, did you assume that I stopped after Two Towers and have never seen Return of the King? Because you would be incorrect. But yeah. So no one guessed the correct answer now. I suppose there are two answers to the longest movie I've ever seen. There's the actual answer, and then there's the technical answer for those people who are fun at parties. Now, the actual longest film I've ever seen is Twin Peaks: The Return. That is a 18-hour long movie. That is basically what David Lynch and Mark Frost had intended for it to be. It's an 18-hour long movie that they had to split up in 18 parts and put on Showtime, because Showtime was not going to air an 18-hour long movie because that's ridiculous. But yeah. So there you go. Twin Peaks: The Return, also known as Twin Peaks Season 3, but I don't believe it's ever actually called Twin Peaks Season 3. It's Twin Peaks: The Return. 18-hour long movie. I don't know, I feel like if you... I saw something where if you take away the credits, it comes to 16 hours, maybe? I mean, that's crazy that there's 2 hours worth of credits in that show. But anyway. And so the technical answer for those people who are going to bitch and moan about me picking Twin Peaks: The Return is the technical answer is Return of the King. The extended edition, I believe that comes out to 4 hours and 11 minutes. So that film has the Snyder Cut beat by about 10 minutes, I think. I think Snyder Cut is 4 hours and 1 minute. Or 4 hours and 1 minute, or 4 hours and 2 minutes. It's something barely there. So, Return of the King Extended Edition is the technical correct answer if you're no fun. But everyone knows Twin Peaks: The Return is really just a movie. But yeah. And there's probably even going to be people out there who say Return of the King Extended Edition doesn't count because it wasn't released in theaters. Well, you're wrong, because I saw it in theaters this year. One of my movie theaters was playing all 3 Lord of the Rings movies, Extended Edition, in theaters. And so I went to see the last 2, because I didn't know about it until Two Towers. So I missed Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition in theaters. But I was able to see Two Towers Extended Edition in theaters, and I was able to see Return of the King Extended Edition in theaters. So it counts in every possible way. I mean, if somehow you don't think that counts, I mean, if Lord of the Rings Extended, Return of the King Extended Edition doesn't count, then you can't count Snyder Cut either. So then the longest film I've ever seen becomes Seven Samurai, which is 3 hours and something. Maybe like 3.5, something around there. But yeah, Seven Samurai's up there. I think. Well, even after Seven Samurai, you have Return of the King theatrical edition, which is like 3 hours and 20 minutes. So There you go. I basically told you like the four longest movies I've seen. Two of them are basically the same thing. But somebody got close. You were right there, guy. I don't know why you stopped at Two Towers, but you were super close. But oh well. So yeah, tomorrow I'll have another question for you guys, and see if you can figure it out. And that has been your daily Half-Life 3 update for May 23rd, 2021.